I had some technical difficulties I had to take care of. All right, straight to the point. Sports and entertainment. Please hit that like when you come in here. Uh, Everybody get on back in here, man. I'm having some issues with this thing. All right, we're gonna continue talking about everything, man. All right, hold on. I had to take care of something real quick. Okay, let me continue talking about NBA, man. We're gonna continue with Kyrie Irving. Now, Luka, he just had a triple double. He just had a triple double and everything. Not gonna take anything away from Luka, but Luka has missed 6 games this season. Okay, and this season, I think Kyrie Irving, he's averaging altogether, he's averaging 28.5 points per game, around 7 assists, and maybe about 5 rebounds, I think it is, something like that. Just been a complete monster this season. Okay. Um, but when that's not the thing that I'm talking about. Luka, when Luka is gone, and in the 6 games that Luka was gone, the Dallas Mavericks managed to win what 5 out of those 6 games, and Kyrie Irving was averaging 25.7 points. I think it was six. It was close to 7 assists and maybe about 4 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. But the big thing I did catch was 25 and 6. Kyrie Irving should be the one that's in the MVP conversation because he held it down without Luka. If you take Kyrie Irving off of that, if you take Kyrie Irving out of there, the Dallas Mavericks aren't winning. What's up, Ted? Sorry about that last stream, man. Good to see you back. Sorry about that. But let's just have this conversation. Let's just have this conversation without. What's up with it, Owen? Marco, I see you in the building, man. Salute to you, bro. I know you ready for some football today, huh? Ready for some football. Carter, what's up, man? I'm back again, man. Sorry about everything, man. Sorry about everything. I had a live, the previous one. I had to take care of some stuff. It was my internet, man. My internet messing up. What's up with it, Zach? But like I said, let's talk about this now that y'all are in here. Kyrie Irving is in the MVP conversation, uh, more so than Luka. Kyrie Irving has managed to win those games without Luka. He won 5 out of 6 games without Luka, and he was averaging 25.7 points, 7 assists, and around 4 or 5 rebounds. Yeah, Texans. Yeah, they are. I don't see, man. Ever since listen, bro, they've they're gonna have a down year this year. I had them in the beginning coming out of the AFC, but all of that changed once I saw how Diggs was playing and how he was feeding off of Stroud, and then once they lost Diggs, man, I don't see the Houston Texans going anywhere. But yeah, we gonna get on some NFL in a little bit. But let's talk about this though. Kyrie Irving. Kyrie Irving is the MVP, man. You said Tampa are the sleepers. No, we're not, man. No, we're not. We're not going anywhere. And I love my Tampa Bay Bucks, but we're not going anywhere, man. We we can't compete with anybody in the NFC. Not on that level. You said Stephen A. is awfully quiet about Kyrie. Yeah, and so is the media. But guess what, Marco? Over here in the LDBC, we're not. Listen, let me go ahead and put it out again, and let me put it into perspective. Kyrie Irving, okay, what's his name? Luka, he had a wrist injury. Okay, he had a wrist injury. Throughout those 5 games, they only lost one. I mean, throughout the 6 games that Luka was going, they only lost one. And Kyrie Irving was the leader of that team. He was averaging 25.7. See, y'all think that I'll be hating on Kyrie Irving. No, I'm not. I don't hate on Kyrie Irving. Could he have played better in the finals? Absolutely. You still gonna get the smoke. But I'm giving him his props now, and I'm saying that he should be in the MVP conversation and not no top 10. He should be in top 5. Yeah, he's averaging 28, 29 points. He's always going to be 50, 40, 90. He's always been efficient. He's always been efficient. He's always been efficient, man. Yeah. Look, Kyrie Irving, he don't get me wrong, man. He played poorly in the finals. Um, it was like Kyrie Irving forgot how to play once he went to the party. He said, "I can't believe my Rockets are the second seed in the West." Well, they slipped down to the fourth, but they were in the second. They slipped down to the fourth now. Because the Rockets are 15-8 right now, Marco. But yeah, I can believe it. I told everybody about the Rockets. Come on, man. You've been. I don't know if you had seen some of my videos on the Rockets, but I told everybody that the Rockets are dangerous. Everybody sat up there and said I was capping about Jalen Green and him emerging. No, the Rockets are for real. And on top of that, you got Ime Udoka. You got a guy that don't nobody really like except maybe myself, Derek Brooks. They got Seguin. He signed his contract. Jalen Green got his money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, the Rockets are flourishing. You got Fred VanVleet. Had a little trouble earlier in the year, but that's all right. You know what I'm saying? He's still a key piece. The beautiful brown sugar in the building. Brown sugar in the building, baby. But nah, but listen, man, Kyrie Irving is Kyrie Irving has been sensational. I got him in the top 5 right now. Now, Cade Cunningham, he's kind of slipping away because the Detroit Pistons, they're starting to have some slippage. But at the beginning of the year, I did have as the MVP. Uh, well, hell, you could have put Jalen Green in there too. You could have put Jalen Green in there too, but they've kind of slipped. But Kyrie Irving should be in the top five in terms of the MVP ladder. I want to give a special shout out too to who is Hendo, man. Shout out to Hendo, man. He was talking about how the ladder was on politics, man. I definitely I gotta agree with Hendo on that, man. Like they're putting Jokic in there and everything. And I understand that Jokic is averaging a triple double and everything, but uh Jokic is getting it every single year. We got to start looking at some of these other guys. If you take Giannis off of the Bucks, what are they? Oh, Jaden Duran on the trade block, man. That'd be a tough loss. That would be a tough loss. I would like them with the Sixers. And hey, the Sixers, man, I'm telling you, we've been doing our thing. I got to get, hey, y'all say I don't get Paul George's props. Paul George been hooping. McCain been hooping. You know what I'm saying? Maxie been kind of doing his thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving the Sixers their props. You got to give the Sixers their props, man. We're 6-15, I think it is. Nah, yeah, Paul George been hooping. Paul George been hooping. But look at this. We're doing it without Embiid. That's the thing that we're not focusing on. We're doing it without Embiid. No Embiid, no problem. No Embiid, no problem. No Embiid, no problem. You said, hey Polo, is Eric Snow more loved by the Sixers? Of course he is. Maxie is more loved by the Sixers. Sixers fan. Think about it. Think about it, Chad. Think about why I put that post up where Maxie, Dr. J, and AI was right there. All you needed was somebody like Wilt or somebody like Moses Malone standing there. God rest both of their souls. All you needed was them right there, and to a certain extent, Charles Barkley. Well, nah, Charles Barkley should have been up there too. Yeah, Charles Barkley. All you needed was them guys up there. Joel Embiid, no. Barkley never complained, even though Barkley never bought us a ring there, and even though AI didn't bring us no ring. Listen, and let's be honest. Let's talk about AI for a second. AI had a lot of scrutiny against him, both from the Sixers organization and from the NBA. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of people that were hating on AI in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of people that were hating. I lived through it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, a lot of people didn't have AI back like that. Hell, there was shit. Charles Barkley was one of the ones that was hating on AI too. Man, your tattoo and cornrows and all this other stuff. He was hating on AI in the beginning. There was a lot of people that was hating on AI. David Stern was hating on AI. God rest his soul. I mean, I like David Stern as a commissioner, but everybody didn't want to wear suit and ties. Maurice Cheeks, yeah, but Maurice Cheeks wasn't like he wasn't a franchise player. You understand what I mean? Wilt was a franchise player. Moses Malone, franchise. Charles Barkley, franchise. Dr. J, franchise. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 minute. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, I really been Okay. Andrew Toney, the Boston Strangler. Yeah, but he wasn't no franchise player. But I love Andrew Toney. Dr. J was a fan of AI since the beginning. Of course he was. Larry Brown was tough on Iverson because Larry Brown was a PG himself. He was, well, yeah, Larry Brown was a great coach, you know what I'm saying? But their styles clashed. Yeah, he played hurt, and that's the year that, we went to the to the finals. This is what y'all have to understand. And matter of fact, man, I was looking at a documentary yesterday, man. It was about a guy named Raymond Lewis. I was looking at I was looking at a documentary about him. He was drafted by the Sixers. Raymond Lewis came out of Compton, California, and this guy was like, he had gotten some trouble because of the under the table stuff that was going on back in the '60s and stuff like that. Because back in the '60s and '70s and stuff, they used to do under the table stuff too. They had a thing at Cal State University where they were just letting guys. They would sign them all these classes and stuff like that, and because they were just really good athletes or whatever, they was letting them get away. You know what I'm saying, with not having to go to class and stuff like that. They was bribing guys. Because they've been doing it since back then, bribing guys. What's his name? I forget the guy's name who was with Cal State. I think it was Bill Miller and Jerry Tarkanian. Because back then Jerry Tarkanian, he was with, I forget who he was with. Um, he was somewhere. I don't think he was with you. I think I want. What school was he with? I know Bill Miller was with Cal State, but I forget what Tarkanian was. No, 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 no. What's up with it, Angelo Bell? No, it wasn't UNL. He was with UNLV, but there was another school that he was with before UNLV. Um, it was in California though. But this guy Raymond Lewis would come in there just destroying them. He was destroying them guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and this guy was like ranked like number. He was the number one ranked guard in the state at one point. But anyways, he had got drafted by the Sixers. That's my whole point or whatever. And but he ain't never panned out. He was about to play in the ABA, but he turned down the money. He turned down the money because he wanted NBA money. They were bribing him with everything. They back then, the GTXs were hot. They bribed him with a GTX. They bribed him with a Corvette, a Cadillac, everything. So bribery's been going on since back in the days, man. But anyway, back to Luka and Kyrie. Um, yeah, man. Kyrie needs his props. He needs to just do, man. He needs to just do. Um, Kevin Willis has came out, man, and basically stated that um, LeBron wouldn't. He would only average like 19 points back in the '90s. How y'all feel about that? I think Kevin Willis is right. LeBron would be a power forward. He would be a power forward. LeBron fan. Well, I mean, it's the truth, man. Like, Kevin Willis played. He played in the '80s and the '90s. He played in the '80s and the '90s. Listen. LeBron, see, that's what you have to understand, Ted. LeBron doesn't have any fundamentals like that. You know what I'm saying? His big thing was athleticism. He was very athletic. Yeah, he was an Iron Man. What's up with it, the real? Listen, he was a straight Iron Man. I mean, LeBron, everybody wants to think that, he's gonna, pan out in the 90s. Well, let's talk about the 80s. Let's talk about the 80s. Listen, LeBron does not have any fundamentals like that, but like we're talking about guys that played back to the basket. He struggled with playing back to the basket. He doesn't have a back to the basket game. You see, he had to go to Hakeem Olajuwon in order to get his moves right. You're talking about a Hakeem Olajuwon like who has up and unders. You know, goddamn hooks, turnaround J's, fake spin. You know what I'm saying? Turn around and face up, head fake, bam. Like he had a array of moves that you really couldn't stop. And then hold on, y'all. Listen, man. Like it doesn't take away from LeBron's greatness. It doesn't take away from his greatness. It doesn't take away from his greatness, man. But he had a lot of things that he never evolved um, over time. You know, Jordan, like the Jordans and the Kobe's and Magic Johnsons, they came in with something different every single year. And LeBron fans, they get mad because, oh, okay, we're telling you that he wasn't he wasn't fundamentally sound. He wasn't as skilled as a Kevin Durant, and which he's not. Kevin Durant, if you notice, Kevin Durant has pretty much all of the all of the package that you could think of, except for I would say to a certain extent back to the basket, and even then he's worked on that because he's not really a post player. He's more of a wing player. You said nah, Kyrie. Yes, he is. That's cap. I didn't say he was the top MVP. I said he's in the conversation. So let's put some numbers by Sterling. Haven't seen you in a while, but if you want to go ahead and you want to get oven baked, no problem. I have no problem doing that. Now, first off, Luka has missed 6 games. Okay, he's missed 6 games. In those 5 to 6 games, okay, Kyrie Irving was still managed. They won 5 out of 5. They only lost one. Okay, that was with a combination of Kyrie Irving and Derek Lively. Derek Lively doing Chick-fil-A commercials now. You know what I'm saying? You know that Derek Lively. Derek Lively off the bench, able to give you a double double in a couple of blocks. That Derek Lively. Derek Lively, unlike Joel Embiid, ain't crying, making excuses, played with the concussion in the finals. That Derek Lively. Yeah, that Derek Lively. But anyway, Kyrie Irving, he averaged 25.7 points, damn near 7 assists, and on top of that, added about like 4 or 5 rebounds or something like that, and held it down without Luka. You got to think about it. They weren't doing that good at the beginning of the season. They went on a winning streak. So yes, he is an MVP candidate. I'm not saying he's the top MVP in the league. Let's not let's not get ahead of ourselves. And on top of that, Sterling, and on top of that, S. Young, Kyrie Irving is averaging damn near 30 points. He's averaging 20. He's averaging 29. He's averaging 28.5. You could Google it. You know what I'm saying? Basketball reference. You know what I'm saying? Land of basketball. All that bullshit y'all be looking up. You can do all that. So yes, he is. Luka, yes, he had a triple double and all that other stuff, but Luka needs to be giving Kyrie his props. If you take Luka, if you take Kyrie off of that team, they're not they're not going to do as good. I guarantee you. If you would have removed Kyrie and Luka off of that team, Sterling Young, I don't know if you're still there. Um, where would they be? Where would they be? Okay, we got crickets there. Got some crickets. Got some crickets there. You know what I'm saying? Got a little MIA over there. I see a couple of crickets, roaches, a couple of June bugs. Well, it's winter right now. I don't think no June bugs, but like I said, y'all can hate on. There you go. There you go. You said, well, let Cook it last 4 or 5 games. Luka been on a mission back, and you said conservation. I presume you mean conversation, but anyhow, and since we doing that, put Luka away, and will Kyrie take them to the championship? Well, first off, um, conservation is like air conditioning, uh, heat, stuff like that. That's what I thought. No, I'm messing with Eddie Young, but okay, conversation. Look, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Okay, I'm saying in the last several games since Kyrie has been on his own, he has held it down without Luka. I didn't say that he was going to carry, because I already gave Kyrie the smoke when he failed to perform well in the finals. So I already gave him that smoke. But if he'd have kept on the roll like he was doing, I imagine so that I'm not saying he would have carried them to the final, but I think that he would have did pretty good. They won five. Actually, it was five. They were 5-1. Okay, they were 5-1. Yes, these last, and you got to think about it like this: they're both dangerous guards, so they're going to command a lot of attention. Okay, so like in essence, wouldn't you say that Kyrie makes life easier for Luka? Okay, and on top of that, you got to understand now everything's going to collapse on Kyrie because they got to keep up with Kyrie. And still in the process, over the season, he's been averaging 28.5 points per game, been averaging 7 assists, been averaging 6 rebounds. And in the games that Luka was gone, he was averaging 25.7, averaging 7 assists, and on top of that, averaging 4 to 5 rebounds. And on top of that, still maintaining, as he's always done, 50, 40, 90, Sterling. But that's not the conversation that we're having is that he can take them to the finals. That I'm talking about right now. If you take Kyrie Irving, if you took him away, they wouldn't be doing as good. They wouldn't be doing it good. Luka has already adjusted to Kyrie's playing style. Jason Kidd has already adapted to Kyrie, being there. So, it don't take anything away from Luka. Of course, I think Luka's good, but let's just be real. And I'm gonna take it a step further to Sterling Young. Check this out. They both did not play good in the finals. Yeah, in the last 12 years, Luka back and now averaging 29 close to 30. It's, Kyrie with the but let's flip the table. Remove Luka. Can Kyrie take them? No, I already said. Listen, I seriously doubt it. No, but can Luka? No, he can't. Luka can't do it either. Not with his not with his turnover. Now he has cut down on his turnovers this season, but when he got to the final, you got to realize he upped his turnovers in the final. That's why I said that Luka didn't play good. His shooting percentage was not good in the finals, nor was his turnovers. And on top of that, you got to understand this: Kyrie Irving, it was like he forgot how to play, with the exception of 1 or 2 games. You know what I'm saying? So, but the conversation is, I'm talking about as much as they want to sit up here and they want to prop up Luka, you got to give Kyrie his credit for holding it down. And the media is not even talking about it. Stephen A. ain't talking about it. Shannon Sharp ain't talking about it. Molly ain't talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Mind the bullshit with JJ Redick and LeBron James ain't talking about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. Ain't nobody talking about it. But here in the LDBC, we talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Like he's automatically in. To me, he's in the conversation. You said, "What's up with the Jam Jesse? You in here?" You said, "How's the immortal Klay Thompson?" Sorry, I've been in the. No, it's all right. Klay Thompson, he's starting to adapt. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they had that little game where they lost. They could have won against Golden State, but he's adapting. Look, man, he got to adapt to two dynamic scorers. You know what I'm saying? Two different dynamic scorers because he was already with a dynamic scorer if you consider Steph Curry. So absolutely, Kyrie is, but Luka not off the branch. He's still up in those conversations. Nah, not at all. Matter of fact, I put it to you like this, Sterling. I don't have Luka in no top 5 in the MVP. You can't have one without the other. If you'd have said SGA, yeah, we're talking. If you'd have said Giannis, yeah, we talking. As much as Jokic, man, you know what I'm saying? Jokic is having a triple dub. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie, got to give him his credit. Hell, you could put Jalen Green up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? In the beginning of the season, you could have put Cade Cunningham the way he was playing, but now there's been some slippage, though. You know what I'm saying? That's just like the same situation that's going on in Cleveland, Sterling. I'm not going to put Donovan Mitchell up there. You know why? Because you know who makes him look good? Darius Garland make him look good. Uh, Jared Allen make him look good. What were they without Jared Allen last season in the playoffs? They weren't nothing. You needed Jared Allen on that team. You take Darius Garland off of that squad, Cleveland ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whatever. Since in the beginning of December, they've been putting up crazy numbers like Kyrie. Who you talking about? Listen, I understand what you're saying, but are you efficient with those numbers? Like with Trae Young, right? Trae Young, he leading the league in assists, but you also leading the league in turnovers. Y'all criticize LeBron about the same thing, right? He the all-time leading scorer, but he also the all-time leader in missed field goal. So we got to go hand in hand. You can't sit up there. You can't. Are you talking about Luka? Okay, yeah, that's great. I mean, but you got Kyrie there. That's what I'm saying. You take Kyrie off of there, Luka's not doing the same thing. And on top of that, man, don't listen. We gotta look at it like this too. Yeah, listen. The Mavericks were struggling, Sterling. And on top of that, check this out too. Derek Lively needs more credit and more props. Derek Lively, you say, yeah, Trey not putting up numbers like he used to. Trey Young is balling. Trey Young is balling, man. He had 31 and 20, and not 20 rebounds, not 20 blocks, and not 20 steals. We're talking about 20 assists. And then a previous game, he had like 22 assists. No, Trey Young has been balling, man. I have been critical of Trey Young. No, Trey Young has been balling. The Hawks have been balling with Dyson Daniels, Clint Capella. No, Trey Young has been hooping. Yes, he has. What are you talking about? He's leading the league in assists. The Hawks are number 4 right now. What were they last year? What were they last year? I bet you don't even know who lead the league in steals, Sterling. Who lead the league in steals, man? Who lead the league in steals? Go look it up. Who lead the league in steals? No. Who lead the league in steals? Nah, he's not in the MVP talk, and that don't matter. I'm not putting Trey Young in. And by the way, it's Dyson Daniels that leads the league in steals. Guess who he played for? He played for the Hawks. But Trey Young has been hooping. He's been pretty good, but I didn't put him in that MVP category. You know why? Because I feel like Dyson Daniels is just as important. He's more value because Dyson Daniels can do a lot more. That's my only reason. But Trey Young, and he leads the league in turnovers. But Trey Young has been hooping, man. But I'm not saying he's on no MVP level. Kyrie is on the MVP level. SGA is on the MVP level. Giannis is on the MVP level. Yeah, I mean Trey Young has exactly. Trey is stepping back. He put numbers, but not like he used to. Well, I mean, he doesn't see. He's starting to figure out that he needs his team. That comes with maturity. Listen, LWC was gonna cook him. You know what I'm saying? If you sitting there leading the league in turnovers, you're shooting efficient shots, you're making ill-advised plays and shooting ill-advised shots and stuff like that, we're gonna criticize you. But at the end of the game, Trey Young, he's getting better with closing. Like when he, you got to think about it. He put the dagger in the heart with the Lakers. But I don't have him in the MVP category. He's having a really good season. Right, but I still don't have him. That's what I'm saying. I don't have him in the MVP category. Uh, Listen, his field goal percentage, I've been critical about, but they're winning. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't knock him for if you get 20 assists, I can't knock him. Top 5 who you watching studying the game is on MVP right now. Okay, I've already mentioned them right now. Uh and this is my MVP, okay? My MVP category. Uh I had SGA, okay? I had SGA. I got Giannis. Okay, even though they took that L to Boston, it don't matter. I got Kyrie Irving. Okay, I got Kyrie Irving. Um, I also I ain't gonna put him up there. Uh, mm, because I had to switch up a little bit, man. I took I had Kate Cunningham in the beginning, but Kate Cunningham has had some slippage. Um, I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'll go ahead and just go ahead and throw Jokic in there because I understood what who his Hendo was saying, but if you do take Jokic out of there, um, you know, well, they're probably not gonna go nowhere. And I also had Tatum. I got Tatum. I got Tatum in there to a certain extent. I also had Jalen Green. Jalen Green is playing at an MVP level. Because if you take Jalen Green off of that squad, I don't think H Town would be as good as they are. Of course, you do got to look at the coaching too. Um, the only reason I don't have James Harden up there, man, is because James Harden he's got to be a little bit more consistent. But the last couple of games, James Harden has been hooping. But that's my top five. I'm going with and not in any order. Uh, Giannis, SGA, Kyrie, Jason Tatum, and Jokic. You said what's up with the Cleveland Cavs? I know Dan Gilbert trying to get back to form straight. Now the Cleveland Cavaliers has been killing. You know what I'm saying? They don't won what 20 games already, 20 plus games. They've been killing, man. But like I said, I always go back to this. You take Darius Garland off of that team, not Donovan Mitchell, ain't gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody want to. That's why I don't really I don't have Donovan Mitchell up there. I think Darius Garland's not getting enough credit. I don't think Darius Garland getting enough credit. Hell, I don't think Jared Allen getting enough credit or Evan Mobley. You know, but like Sterling, man, you got to go back and you got to go look at what Kyrie Irving has been doing. Go look at what Kyrie Irving has been doing. Yeah, You said you like Gilbert. You said my Bulls. Man, yeah, Jokers, yeah, he had 56. You got SGA, Tatum, Luka. Nah. And Ant Man ain't been playing at no MVP level. And I love Ant. You know what? Nah. I take that back. I got Ja Morant. Man, take that back, man. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got to put Ja Morant in for. I'll probably put Ja Morant in for Tatum. I probably will put Ja Morant either in for Tatum or in for Kyrie. But either way, yeah. Nah, I got Ja, man. I forgot about that, Sterling. Nah, man, you should have said Ja before you said. Did you see what Ja beat the Boston Celtics last night with a game-winning dunk? I just put that in the community post. That nigga backslammed the game winner. Yeah. He had a game winner versus Boston. And Memphis is 3 right now. And he doing it without Zach Edey. He doing it by himself. You take Ja off of there. Are they winning? You can laugh all you want to. You laughing, but what are the Timberwolves doing this season? You sitting there laughing, but what are the Timberwolves? You said Anthony Edwards. They're nowhere near what they were last season. Ant's not playing at no MVP level. He's had some okay games, and I fuck with Ant, but he's not playing at no MVP level. Not playing at no MVP level, man. Shit. You was better off saying Ja. Yeah, Ja, man. Ja been cooking this season. Nigga came through in Boston. Go look at it, Sterling. Go do your film work. Go do your film review. Go to the film room. Yeah, but he ain't been consistent. They record hadn't really been that good. Yeah, you went off against the Warriors, but that's one damn game. Ant really hasn't had not as good a season as Ja. And Ja missed a couple of games. Don't get me wrong, but nah. Hey y'all, who's been better, Ant or Ja this season? Who's been better this season, Ant or Ja? No, nope. Man, we got a minute. Who's been better, Ant or Ja? Who's been better? Who's been better, man? I'm talking about the whole season. This whole season. The whole season, man. Don't move the goalposts. Who's been better for the entire season thus far? It's been Ja. Who's got the better record? Ja and the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, he's starting to heat up. He getting adjusted. I don't like the fact that he was sitting up in there. Oh man, we playing soft. Nah, you gotta step your shit up. Y'all think I don't criticize Ant? Nah, I get on Ant. You know what I'm saying? Because I expect better than him. If you're gonna talk about if we're gonna talk about Kobe and Jordan level and all this other stuff, nah, you got to come with it, man. Nah, man, nah, Sterling. You got to go look at the numbers. You gotta go look at the numbers, man, and look at the record. If you take Ant, I'll put you like this. Like, of course, if you take Ant off of the team, Minnesota not they wouldn't be going anywhere. But they haven't been that good with him either. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about this year. He's having to get adjusted playing with Randall, playing with the new team he got over there. You know what I'm saying? Not playing with playing without Cat. Really, honestly, Sterling and Ted, I think it was a really dumb move. I thought that both trades were a dumb move. Of course, it's looking like New York won the trade, but they should have kept everything how it was. You said, but John's back. He bounced right back. He bounced right back. I'm talking about Ja. I like both of them. But if I have my pick right now, Ja is in the MVP conversation. Ja was absolutely destroying it, especially at the beginning of the year before he had got that little pelvic injury that kept him out. Um, but he bounced right back. He bounced right back. Who? For how long? For how long? What? You talking about Ja? Wait, he was out what? I think about 4 games. I think he was. You said no, Ja not. No, no, he's not what? Ja has clearly been better. He's been the better player this season. Memphis has a better record. Memphis, what is 3 or 4 right now? It's either been OKC. At one point, it was Golden State. At one point, it was damn. Now you're making me go in my bag, so to speak. At one point, it was the Lakers, and they started declining. Memphis, H Town. You know what I'm saying? Ja has been consistent. How has he not been consistent? Ja has been consistent. What are you looking at? It's Ant that hasn't been consistent. No, let's go ahead. Let's thank the Most High. Let's thank the Most High for Google. Okay, since Ja got back, since Ja got back. Okay, since Ja got back, he had 22. He missed the game. Okay, then he had 27. He had 31. He had 8, and then last night he had 32, Sterling, against the defending champs, in which he had the game winning dunk. You know what I'm saying? So how is that not being consistent? He only had one game, and that was he had 8 points or whatever. Other than that, he had 22. He had 27. He had 19. You got to still think Ja is still a playmaker. He's still a point guard. You know what I'm saying? I think people fail to realize that. He is a point guard. He's not a shooting guard. And for this season, he's averaging it's probably because he's missing. the last season he was averaging like, or the season when he played or whatever before he had got uh, not last season or whatever, but the season before that he was averaging like 27. This year he's averaging like 21.7. Right, but what is their record though? What is their record? That like you could put up if you're putting up numbers and you're shooting horrible percentage. Because I think Ant-Man's problem has always been his percentage. The Timberwolves are still what? They're 12-11 or 12-10 or something like that, I think. They're not even in the top 5, man. You know, so I can't put Ant in that conversation. Ja has had the better season. He's been a better playmaker. They play two different positions too. Ja Morant is a playmaker. He likes to distribute the ball. You're talking about a guy that averages damn near 9 assists. Ant-Man is out to get his. We're not doing team-wise. We doing well. Check this out. He makes his team better, right? Ja Morant. We have to be. And think about this: if we're going to talk, we have to do team-wise because guess what? Zach Edey has not been there, and they're still winning. Can you name anybody? I see. I'll put to you like this. I'll put this to rest too for you, Sterling. You can name players on Minnesota. You can't name anybody besides Jaren Jackson Jr. on Memphis. I mean, I could, but everybody comes to see Ja. They're not there to see Ja. I mean, they're not there to see the other guy. No, 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 no. I'm not taking anything away from them. But let's just be honest. Nobody wants to see JJJ. There's some people that don't want to see Zach Edey or some of the other guys that's on there. Now, I'm not taking anything away from them again, but they want to see Ja. With Minnesota, you got a lot of guys that you could actually watch on there. You know what I'm saying? They're just not winning, man. And they're not going to do as good as they did last season. They broke everything up. I don't know what they were thinking. You keep saying team, but you just said, well, yeah. I mean, at that point, we're talking individual. But as a point guard, you have to facilitate. They play two different positions. You wanting this guy, oh yeah, 27, 32, and he's a shooting guard. Of course he's supposed to do that. And Ant-Man is gonna hoist him up all the time. He has an aggressive playing style. See, that's how I could tell you don't really pay attention to Ja like that, Sterling. Ja, if you look at the way Ja plays, he gets his team involved. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes he starts off getting his team involved and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Ant-Man can be a little aggressive at times. Ant-Man will miss like goddamn 6, 7 straight sometimes and still be just as aggressive as he was from the beginning of the game. That's a shooting guard mentality. Sometimes, man, as a point guard, your nights are going to be better with you distributing the ball and everything. But he's still an MVP because his team is still doing good. The Minnesota Timberwolves are not in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Timberwolves are not good this season. You just said number 2. I did pay attention. You keep saying not really individual. Ja has been consistent. I mean, he's been hurt. He just got back. And MVP to me is being able to bounce back too. He's able to bounce back from being hurt. He had a pelvic injury. Where is Zion Williamson? He's nowhere near ready to be back, right? Where's Embiid, the guy that you so much love? Embiid, oh, he's so better than everybody and stuff like that. Where has he been? Okay. So Ja Morant, he got hurt. Guess what? Still came back and hit up 22. Still coming back, putting up 27. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your body back in the rhythm. Let's put it in perspective. You know what I'm saying? I know, we are on this cartoon transformer, goddamn Cartoon Network fantasy land that these guys are robots and shit like that, but it just don't happen like that. He's still a human goddamn being. So he got to get his body back into rhythm, man. And on top of that, they still are maintaining them being in the top 5. How come we not talking about that? It's the same thing that I said about Kyrie and Luka. Kyrie was still able to hold it down while Luka was gone. That's why you gotta have Kyrie before Luka. My goodness. I'm taking Ja this season because he has had a better season. Like nobody has really been talking about Ant like that. No, I mean, I've talked about him a little bit because of some of the stuff that he said. He said that they were playing soft. Minnesota hasn't been playing that good. Minnesota Timberwolves are 12-10 and they 7. If the playoffs started today, they would be in the playoffs. All right. Uh, but the Memphis Grizzlies are 3rd. So let's make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. I'm taking Ja all day, man. Ja all day. Now, last season, well, of course, last season because Ja wasn't playing. But okay, we'd have been talking about Ant. So yeah, man. I got Ja, but listen, if you wanna put Ant up there, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you putting Ant Man because, like I said, I like both of them. I just think that in my opinion, Ja has had a better season just because of their record, man. They're 3rd right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's been kind of interchangeable, especially in that top 5. But I'm taking I'm taking I'm taking Ja Morant, and it's no disrespect to Ant, but I'm taking Ja Morant. You know, there's no disrespect, man, at all. And I also look at it too like this too, Sterling. See, like that's why like when Joel Embiid does the stupid stuff that he does, like begging for MVPs and stuff like that, you ain't gonna be no MVP if you missing the amount of games that you missing. Like you sitting up in here talking about I deserve MVP and stuff like that. An MVP to me is a guy in Ja Morant who is anxious to get back out there, who wants to smoke with the Lakers, who doesn't duck any smoke, who wants to he doesn't want to shake your hand and none of that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't get me wrong, I don't like all that stuff that he do off the court and all that other stuff, man. But him trying to be gangster and all that other stuff. That's what the brother Cypress TV and me was talking about, man. But other than that, man, I don't have no problem with John Morant, man. I don't have no problem with Ja Morant. I want Ja Morant to actually. I want him to prove people wrong that he could still be the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? But the naysayers and all these other guys, man, they don't feel Ja should be the face of the league. It's a lot of people that's rooting against Ja. It's a lot of people that's rooting against Ant-Man too. But I think both of them have an argument to be the face of the league, as well as Wemby too. I think Wemby has a case of being the face of the league in the future. I'm saying, but yeah, man, I'm taking Ja all day. And look, it could change if Minnesota goes on a run. If they go on a run, uh, where they end up being like fifth in the West. Okay, now we're gonna be now we talking. Then we could be talking about Ant-Man, and if Ant-Man continues being consistent like he is, then we'll be talking about something. But right now, you have to give Ja that title, and you also have to give Kyrie Irving that title too. You know, so yeah, man. NFL, man. Let's see what's happening with the NFL. Hold on. Good NFL game I see today is the Chargers and the Chiefs. Everybody else are playing. Everybody else are playing. They're not playing teams that are on their level. I think I saw Chicago and Dallas. We're playing the Raiders. We're gonna beat the Raiders. The Buccaneers are playing the Raiders. Uh, but other than that, man, I think I'm just waiting on the Chargers and the Chiefs. I'm really just ready to get to the playoffs, man. I'm ready to get to the playoffs and the wild card for the NFL. That's what I'm waiting on. So yeah, man. Other than that, man, I'm finna go ahead. I'm gonna ride out, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up to the stream. Make sure y'all like the video, share it, subscribe, hit them notifications too. And straight to the point, sports and entertainment. Shouts out to the whole entire Lions Den basketball and boxing community. Until then, man, I'm gone.